What's going on there, everyone, and welcome back to another video with Dracon. Now we're getting into a draconian-esque creature here, which is always the bread and butter and a yippee woohoo. Now, we have the Icons of the Realm, Hydra, pre-painted plastic miniature. Now, yeah, it's a Hydra. I mean, let's be honest, looking at the box here, we're going to be dealing with just a Hydra. Whether it's a full Hydra or just heads, I don't know. I haven't looked anything into this model, and I got him on random because he was on sale, so I was like, man, I can't hold back on this. I think he's from the Seas and Shores set for a premium miniature, but you know what? We're going to definitely get him open. We're going to take a look. But now that I've got the box here, let's turn him to the side, and we're going to see if he's just heads or if we're getting a whole body Hydra first. Okay, so as I turn to the left there, you can actually see it's going to be just heads. Well, with the size of his box, I'm hoping he's big, and it says, compatible with the Icons of the Realm Falling Star ship. Okay, if he's compatible with that big, beefy ship, I'm hoping this boy is good, because, like, if he's something that's going to come up and be a threat to the people on a ship of that size, God, I hope he's big. I hope they really made him fill that box. But you know what? We've done enough talking about it. We've looked at the slight giveaway. But, you know, hold on, let's take a look at the back and see if there's any more information. Okay, looking at the back, like I said, I have not looked at this box at all since I got it. But, yeah, he's part of the Fandelver and Below set from Hydra Obelisk. So he's... Yeah, sorry, that threw me off. I didn't expect him to be Fandelver. I thought he would have been Seas and Shores. He looks like he would have been a mix. I mean, don't get me wrong. At some point, I'm going to get some of those Seas and Shores on blind box or blind boosters. But, wow. And I mean, the same with the Shattered Obelisk. I mean, I think I've already got some of the sand and stone ones coming, so look forward to those in the future. So, are we ready? So let's open this up. We're going to get inside here. We're going to take a look at this beast. We're going to compare it to maybe a few other models. And then we'll give an overall of what I thought of this creature. Now, I got this guy for around $35. Not bad. Hopefully. I mean, like I said, we're going to open up and find out. And here he is, the Hydra himself. And I know what you're thinking. Does he have a name? No. His bottom just says Hydra. Now, it is heads, and honestly, I gotta say, the art in the box did not do him justice. As you can see, he looks cooler than the box in the art. I mean, I love the scale effect. I mean, you can see it, like his lovely scaling effect going on there. Like, that's really unique. I love the spines, the scales. Granted, the little back striping is very simple, but you know what? For this model, it works. And it works really well to pull across a draconic water creature or sea serpent-esque feel in one go. Now, I love how we have each head kind of being a little different. One head is completely closed, like fully normal. We got one roaring with tongue out, one that's kind of doing a snarl sniff or a snarl tongue sniff. Because, you know, I think they're like snakes, they sniff with their tongues. We have one head that's kind of doing an inquisitive snow sniff. And then we got a head in the back that's kind of looks like it's doing the whole, I want to call it like the dog tongue out. What's the word for? Panting effect, like, like excitement. But, you know, honestly, I really do love it, though. I love the length here, and I'm actually kind of sad this isn't a full body. This could have been a gargantuan-sized Hydra. Which, since they're only ever usually done as huge sizing, I think that would have been nice to get one that big. I mean, he might be bigger than the miniature I'm going to compare him to here in a minute. This... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just stunned by this one. This one... It wows me. Look what we're getting for $35. We're getting five-headed... You could use this as 5 sea serpents if you didn't want to use as Hydras. But, like, it's just so cool. I like it because it's action, dynamic. It has pizzazz. It has artistic style. You can see the detail of the model with the scaling through it. And granted, it's blue, but hey, you know, if this is an oceanic Hydra and he's coming after ships, he's going to want to have those blues to help him blend. I love the little water effect there. I mean, look how thick that water effect is. So it's got a really good hold. Like, before I put him on, I gave him his head's a little, like, squeeze, see if he wiggled. He didn't move at all. He was solid as a rock. And I love that. I'd be careful with the tongues, because, I mean, look at those little things. Those could probably snap off easy. Maybe also a little careful on the spines. But, man, I love the look of him. The grinning, aggressive face of him and some of them, and, like, just the ready to go. Like, it looks like it's something that's about to tear somebody apart. attack a ship and rip it apart or whatever. So I gotta say, Wizards of the Coast, with this one, I wish this was the Hydra you guys would make. But man, I would have loved a full body on this. To see a full body of this beast would have been epic. I mean, I know they did a full body for the Draco Hydra. I wish they just done one for this. Or even actually, you know what? I would have loved a little bit more body coming out of it. Now, what do I think of this amazing beast? He's really cool. I do remember that I believe Hydras can breathe underwater. So I'm surprised they didn't give him gills. Anything like that. I kind of wish, like I said, I just wished this was on a gargantuan base and they had some body coming out of the water. I think that would have really been cool to get some big claws coming out with like the big arms. Because this creature's body would have to be big to support these 5 big heads. Actually, it would have been cool if they also gave us some extra heads on the side with their own bases and stuff. Because I think that would be really cool if, while say these 5 go for the front of the ship to stop it, the other 2 come up on the side and attack. And I think that would be a nice addition. But, now, is this worth $35? The amount of art and effort that went into this model, yes, it's definitely worth it. Take it from someone who's painted to try to make that effort come through, that, like, the sculpt of the model come through. Yes, it's worth it. There's beautiful sculpting going on here. There's great lines, great symmetry, and then great unsymmetrical parts, which is great for Wild, because, you know, nothing is perfect in nature, but that's part of the beauty of it. The water, I think, could have used a little bit more, like, foam on it. You know, like when water gets tussled and moved and jostled a lot, it gets a lot of a little bit, like, of the white air bubbles. I think we need some more of those. Since this is a Hydra bursting out of the water to attack, I definitely think we could have used that for the base. It would have helped also pronounce the blue from the water and the blue of the Hydra. It would have helped with that separation. Now, let's compare this bad boy to some others, shall we? Okay, so first up, we're going to compare him to the Reaper Bones Hydra there on the right. And as you can see, I'm not saying my paint job is bad on that thing. It was an earlier paint job of mine back in the day. And I wanted to be quick because I needed the Hydra for a battle. But at the same time, like, I love my scaly appearance because he's got the legs up. And he looks, I should have probably given him some more, like, a swamp look under his base. And maybe I will come back to it later and do that because he was, like I said, earlier on. But look how much thicker his necks are. Look how much longer they are. Look how thicker his heads are. More defined. I mean, don't get me wrong. Reaper made a nice Hydra for the day that was also cost effective. But, you know, when you see the size of this creature, this Hydra would be huge, is beyond huge. This thing would have to be on a gargantuan base. I mean, if he was up there with full body and full motion, WizKids could not possibly throw that in a huge base and just, or do the ring on it for huge. They'd have to just put him on a gargantuan and say, he's just a gargantuan Hydra. Maybe in the ocean, they just get bigger. I mean, bigger bodies of water, bigger body. I mean, why not? If it's a lake Hydra, yeah, there's a limitation. Size can only, be supported so much by the amount of food. But man, I just love how beastly this thing is. So let's compare him to the other Hydra. I know I've only got like 2 Hydras in all of my set. I've only got 2. The one from Reaper here and the next one coming up. And speaking of the other Hydra in my collection, here he is, Polakramos, the World Eater, an MTG card that was made into a creature. And as you can see, he's on an actual gargantuan base. And I don't know why his base is so cloudy versus the new bases. I don't know if maybe that was a thing with him. I remember a lot of other clear bases don't have that effect. Like, they don't have that cloudiness, but whatever. Yeah, he doesn't have a ring on him to show he's only a huge creature. He is gargantuan, but, I mean, looking at him versus Hydra, the necks are still thinner. The heads look to be a little less. Like, they have the cool, like, spines coming up and the nice frills, but, like, Polakramos and this guy would be probably similar sized. And I feel like, I get it, Polakramos is a legendary creature. He deserves a little special attention. Totally get it. But looking at how cool Polakramos here is on a full body base, man, I wish we could have got at least a partial body on this Hydra to go next to him. Because, I mean, look at Polakramos and this guy. This guy's necks are longer than Polakramos's. He would probably be still bigger. I still feel this Hydra is bigger than Polakramos. So I wish they put him on a gargantuan base, and I wish they'd at least put a partial body sculpt on him. With, like, maybe a tail coming up, or, like I said, or even, like, just give him some more necks coming out of the water. to represent him like attacking different spots. Like, I feel these things should have been done. Now, granted, like I said, his price though for what you're getting with this, fantastic. $35. I'd buy that all day long. Heck, I'd buy a few of these, and then I would color change some of these myself. Like, I'd paint them up to be different colors. Like, maybe I'd want a red Hydra. Maybe I'd want a blue Hydra. And then I would change the water into lava. Or I would change that water into, like, swamps with lily pads and frog bits. Yeah, I know, you're thinking, wait, you mean you'd print a frog just to bit him up into parts? Maybe. Just maybe. But anyway, I gotta say, it's amazing, this model's, like, detail, the amount of detail. Like, this is one of those signs. This is just one of those signs that WizKids and, like, Wizard of the Coast, they're stepping up the quality of some products. And I'm hoping with a sign that with this one and the last set for this Shattered Obelisk, maybe there's a sign that they're starting to kind of calm down on the price. Because I think they're starting to realize they're starting to price out their people, which you never want to do that. You never want to go like Warhammer mode, where you price out the normal guys. And they do exactly what you don't want them to do. Like, look, I 3D print. I'm going to say that now. I do. Would I 3D print something like this if I had a great model? Yes. If I ever got good enough to make my own model? Yes. But to buy this for a nice cheap amount, for what it is and what you're getting, it's a nice thing. This is the kind of stuff I'd want to see more on the shelves for like the D&D section, for the miniature section, because these are what people want. Stuff that where you're getting the bang for the buck. You're getting it with this one. This one, you are getting the total bang for your buck. You are not getting screwed if you're getting it for 35, or if it's below that, you're definitely now getting a great deal and even more bang for your buck. So this is what I want to see, like this kind of stuff from WizKids. Cool, inventive ideas. Is it some special creature? No. But is it something cool that's awesome? Yes. I mean, it's better than Monster Menagerie when they did a Treant. Look, I like Treants and all, but since Treants have become also nice, like a piece of the booster set, why would I want a Hydra like that? Like, Hydras like this never are around as just a normal monster in the unboxing. They've always been special. And this one looks special. Like, this one is going on my shelf because he's that cool. Which is awesome. I love that WizKids can make a model that's this simple. He's not as expensive as my other models, but yet he's going up there because he just looks so darn cool. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got for you today to talk about this model. If you've gotten all this far in the video, I thank you very much. Dracon tips the horns to you and gives a little fire salute. Anyway, guys, if you haven't done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can join the Dragon Army. Anyway, had to give it a little bit of a... but I don't think you heard it. I might not have caught it. I'm kind of sad. But anyway. Also, make sure you, in this case, since it's a water creature, drown that like button. Make sure YouTube knows you like this content. And make sure you subscribe to help them know you want to keep watching this content. So they'll give you the alerts on your notification when you hit it. Hit that sweet bell icon. Send out that watery chime. And also, comment down below if you have any comments, ideas, or things you just want me to do. Maybe you're like, hey, Dracon, we want to see what you do outside of D&D. Ooh, maybe. Or maybe you're just like, hey, add video gaming to it, just because we want some more content from you. Fair enough. I'd have to give that a thinking about it. Or maybe you're like, hey, Dracon, we'd love to see your 3D printing. Like I said, anything. Whatever you guys think of. Ideas, comments, concerns, throw them in the comments down below. I'll answer your questions. And anyway, guys, that's all I've got for you today, but I'll see you next time. Have a great one. Bye-bye.